Hi, my name is Manisha Toor, and I have secured rank 625 in the Civil Services Examination 2021. And this was my fourth attempt. In the previous three attempts, I was not able to clear the prelims. This was my first mains and first shot at interview. I have sociology as my optional subject, though I haven't scored a very good marks in sociology as such. But yes, I like to study sociology. That's why I took sociology as my optional. I have my background in commerce. I have completed my graduation in commerce from Shri College of Commerce, Delhi University. And thereon, I completed my master's from the same college. So, like any other aspirant, when I was very young and in my second year of college, I started to, seriously consider civil services as a career. So, after that, I started with small steps. I started reading the newspapers, I started reading the NCRTs, and then then after my third year, I took coaching and then I started off with my preparation in the serious mode. It is very difficult to start again when you do not find your name in the final, in the prelims ka result. So you have to be, you have to take yourself again and make the whole thing again and start it over. So it's very difficult, but you should believe in yourself, and that is very important. And you should surround yourself with positive people, because if you are already in that phase which is very bad, and you didn't clear the prelims and you are facing the failure multiple times. So just take some time for yourself, taken off, and then start over again. That is the only thing that you can do. Initially, we all feel very directionless because we are very new to the whole process, and the sheer amount of syllabus that we have to cover is very huge. So that creates a panic in aspirants, I guess. So I would suggest that we should. Start off in small chunks. We should start off with the basic NCRTs first and then move to the advanced books. So when I started off, I also did the NCRTs first, and then I slowly moved to the advanced books. So I think that is the right way to approach the exam. I think CSAT was always very difficult for me. I am not very good at maths. So that was a very big hurdle for me, and I never took it very lightly. I always used to contribute some 1 hour of my day to the CSAT preparation, because earlier I was not able to clear the prelims because of CSAT ones. So I never took it very lightly. I used to practice the questions. Obviously, I was good at comprehension, but for the quant thing, I used to practice. I didn't write any test series as such, but yes, for the answer writing, I took one test series, and I think that is very helpful for you. You get to know how to write. You get to, you get an evaluation of your answers, and you get to know whether you are writing it right or not. So you get a basic idea if you join a test series. So that is helpful. You should take it. I would recommend it. I think note making is I didn't made a lot of notes. I just used to make notes of those things that I thought is very important, and I would not be able to recall it later. So I just used to make notes for those things. Otherwise, I used to mark the important points in my book itself, and post. I used post it for that matter. I think quality matters over the quantity. It doesn't matter how much hours do you study, but it is it all boils down to how much do you retain in your mind and how much do you revise. So I think revision is very important. But yes, I used to study 6 hours a day. So I think that is enough. But you have to do it consistently. I think it is very important to read the newspaper daily. So even if you skip the magazines that are there, so you should be regularly in touch with the newspaper. I used to follow newspaper religiously and used to make notes out of it. So at the end you have everything at one place, so you can revise it easily. So I think newspaper is very important. You should not skip it for current affairs. For the mains, I used to write one answer daily. So again, I would mention insights. So there is a secure program wherein you post 5 questions a day. So I used to pick up 2 questions a day and used to write the answers on my own, and then get it evaluated from my friends. So that's how I started off, and later on I joined the test series. For optional, I also took a coaching, and for that, I went in for the notes and one book, that's Horolumbus. For the interview, I think you do not have to prepare something differently, because they are going to judge for what you are. So I think the most important part of the interview thing is to be very honest. Whenever you are asked a question in the interview, if you do not know the answer, you have to just reply very politely that, sir, I do not know about it. Because if you lie, I think it can cost you a whole attempt. So being honest is very important, and otherwise you should be well versed with the current affairs, and you should have your opinions on certain issues that are going on in the society. I think that's enough. I would not say stressful, but yes, some tricky questions were there which needed some brainstorming at the moment. So yes, and one more thing that I would like to mention about interview, they are going to ask you questions from multiple domains. So you are going to get what I got was that once they started off with Chandrayaan, and then they jumped into sports. So I think you have to just maintain that horizon in yourself, that some little things and you have opinions about different things. That is very important. I took an off from the social media. I was not very much active on the social media. I deactivated my accounts, and yes, you have to maintain some distance with the your friends and all the social activities. But I think when in the final, when you see yourself in the final list, it seems all worth it. I think Insight starts has started this program wherein they post daily 5 questions on the on the static subjects and CSAT as well. So I used to after like the whole day when I studied and when I was sleeping, I just used to tick mark those questions and just get to know whether I am doing it right or not. So it was like a guide that whether I am retaining whatever I am studying or not. So in that way it helped. मैं सभी एस्पायरेंट से बस यही बोलूँगी कि आपको अपने आप को खुश रखने की ज़रूरत है। आप अपने आप को ज़्यादा स्ट्रेस नहीं देने की ज़रूरत है। आप अगर डिसिप्लिन इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, बट एट द सेम टाइम यू हैव टू कीप योरसेल्फ हैप्पी ऑल्सो, बिकॉज अदरवाइज यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू स्टडी. So just be happy and just be motivated, and you will be through.